Hello everyone. I thought I'd do something different and read to you from a page in my new book, Murder at Monterey. I haven't read out loud before, so see how I go. The Thornton family have been invited to go to the Carmichael's home, Monterey. And it's at Queenscliff on the southern coast of Victoria, overlooking the Great Southern Ocean. And this is the scene at the beginning of chapter 4. It is where the family go down to the garden to have a high tea. They headed for a table set with a very elaborate high tea, all served on Royal Albert mauve tea set, gold-rimmed and patterned with petite flowers. I'll have to sneak something for Bella. Edith looked guilty as she glanced around the veranda. Everything looks delicious, Benedict said, handing the others their plates and napkins. Although it doesn't look a patch on Mrs. P's high teas, Alexandra said. No one could serve a high tea like Mrs. P. But let's pile our plates with petit fours and some of those cucumber sandwiches. Alexandra gasped when a young woman bumped Edie's shoulder and then hung a head covered with black, wavy curls over Edith's plate. When the woman straightened, she stood nearly as tall as Edith. Blue eyes twinkled at them. I can see you're a girl after my own heart, not afraid to enjoy eating such delicious temptations. She patted her hips. What's another pound? After all, who wants to be good all the time? Again, the blue eyes twinkled. Alexandra noticed that the young woman's build almost mirrored Edie's solidly built frame, with curves in the right places. I'm Ruby Carmichael, she said, and thrust out her hand. In turn, they all took it and introduced themselves. Ruby added 2 more petit fours to her plate. So tell me, how do you know Prue the Shrew? Alexandra gaped, and then she and Edie laughed. When a few people turned their heads, Edith slapped her hand over her mouth, then whispered between her fingers, "We call her Prue the Shrew too." I can see we're going to be great friends, Ruby said. Shall we sit over there? Ruby directed them into the garden, to a wrought iron table and chairs, set a little back from the main groups. They had some shade from a topiarized cherry tree, its pink blossoms making a delightful umbrella over their table and chairs. I think so too, Alexandra said, as she sat down and placed her plate and cup of tea on the table. Do tell, Ruby insisted. Where did you meet our darling Prue? I can't imagine you were good friends. Heaven forbid, Alexandra exclaimed. We met her at finishing school. Everyone called her Prue the Shrew behind her back, Edith added. I suppose it wasn't very kind of us. She was never kind to us, Alexandra pointed out. I wouldn't lose any sleep over it, Ruby said. Prudence has always acted like a brat, never kind to anyone. Okay, that's the beginning of chapter 4, and so the book is out today, e-book and paperback.